I'm Carol. I'm 62 years old. For the last 40 years, I raised 3 children in a house I bought with my own money. I worked double shifts as a nurse to keep that roof over their heads. My husband died when the kids were young. I never remarried. I poured everything into them. My daughter Emma is 38. My son Jake is 35. My youngest, Lily, is 32. They all stayed close after they grew up. Sunday dinners. Holidays. Grandkids running through my kitchen. I thought I did something right. 6 months ago, I started feeling sick. Dizzy spells. Nausea. Shaking hands. I'd wake up in the middle of the night drenched in sweat. My hair started thinning. I dropped 15 pounds in a month. I went to my doctor. He ran tests. Everything came back normal. He said it might be stress. Maybe early menopause symptoms, even though I'd been through that years ago. He told me to rest. But I didn't get better. I got worse. Emma started coming over more often. She'd bring me tea. Special herbal blends, she said. Good for my age. Good for my nerves. She was so sweet about it. She'd sit with me while I drank it. She'd rub my shoulders and tell me I was working too hard. Jake suggested I update my will. He said it was smart to have everything in order, just in case. He's a financial advisor, so I trusted him. He brought the paperwork himself. I signed it at my kitchen table. He smiled and hugged me. Told me I was doing the right thing. Lily started talking about nursing homes. Not in a mean way. Just casual. She'd say things like, "Mom, you know, if you ever need help, there are really nice places now. You wouldn't be a burden." I'd laugh it off. I told her I wasn't going anywhere. But the sickness got worse. I couldn't stand for long. I'd forget words mid-sentence. My vision blurred. I started falling. Once in the bathroom. Once on the stairs. Emma moved in to take care of me. She said I shouldn't be alone. She took over my medications. My meals. My schedule. She was so loving. So devoted. I started to feel like I was disappearing. One morning, I knocked my teacup off the nightstand. It shattered on the floor. Emma wasn't in the room yet. I bent down to pick up the pieces, and I saw something under my bed. A small glass bottle. No label. Brown liquid inside. I didn't recognize it. I put it in my pocket. Later that day, Emma made me lunch. Soup. She watched me eat every spoonful. Her eyes didn't leave my face. I felt something twist in my stomach that had nothing to do with the sickness. That night, I looked up the bottle online. I found a forum where people talked about herbal supplements. Someone posted a picture of the exact same bottle. The comments said it was a plant extract. Toxic in high doses. Symptoms included dizziness, nausea, tremors, hair loss. I sat there staring at my phone. My hands were shaking. Not from the sickness this time. From fear. I didn't drink the tea the next morning. I poured it into a plastic bag when Emma wasn't looking. I did the same thing for 3 days. I hid the bags in my closet. I started feeling better. Just a little. Enough to think clearly. I called Jake. I asked him to bring me a copy of the will I signed. He hesitated. Said he'd bring it next week. I pushed. He finally came over. The will left everything to the 3 of them, split equally. But there was a clause. If I was declared mentally incompetent, Emma had full power of attorney. She could make all decisions about my care. My money. My house. I looked at Jake. I asked him why that was in there. He said it was standard. He said I'd asked for it. I never asked for that. I called a lawyer that same day. A woman named Margaret. I didn't tell my kids. I brought her the tea bags. The bottle. Copies of my medical records. She listened to everything. Her face went pale. She said, "Carol, I think someone is poisoning you." I already knew. But hearing her say it made it real. She sent the tea to a lab. It took 2 weeks. The results came back positive. High levels of the same plant extract. Enough to cause serious harm over time. Enough to kill me slowly. Margaret asked me what I wanted to do. I told her I wanted proof. I wanted the world to see. Margaret helped me set up hidden cameras. 3 of them. In the kitchen. In my bedroom. In the living room. I started drinking the tea again. I pretended to get sicker. I stayed in bed. I let Emma feed me. I let her talk to me like I was a child. She thought she was winning. The cameras caught everything. Emma pouring the extract into my tea when she thought I was asleep. Jake coming over and talking to her in the kitchen about how much longer it would take. Lily laughing and saying, "She's tougher than we thought." They talked about my house. How they'd sell it and split the money. How Emma would put me in a state facility once I was too far gone. How no one would question it because I was old and sick. They talked about me like I was already dead. I watched the footage with Margaret. I cried. Not because I was surprised. Because I'd given them everything, and they wanted me erased. Margaret contacted the police. We met with a detective named Morris. He watched the videos. He sat back in his chair and shook his head. He said it was one of the most clear-cut cases he'd ever seen. He asked me if I was ready. I said yes. We planned it for Sunday dinner. I told the kids I wanted everyone together. One last family meal. Emma said it was a beautiful idea. Jake brought wine. Lily brought flowers. They sat around my table, smiling. Detective Morris and 2 officers walked in through the front door. I'd given them a key. Emma's face went white. Jake stood up so fast his chair fell over. Lily started crying immediately. Morris read them their rights. Attempted murder. Fraud. Elder abuse. Conspiracy. Emma screamed that I was confused. That I was sick. That I didn't know what I was saying. Morris played the footage on his tablet. All of them watched themselves. Watched Emma poison me. Watched themselves plan my death. The room went silent. Jake tried to run. The officer stopped him at the door. Lily begged me to forgive her. Said she didn't mean it. Said it was Emma's idea. I looked at her and said nothing. Emma stared at me. She said, "You were supposed to just let go." I said, "I'm not done yet." They were arrested that night. The story hit the local news within 2 days. National news by the end of the week. My lawyer released the footage publicly with my permission. Millions of people watched my own children try to kill me. The comments poured in. Thousands of people sharing their own stories. Thanking me for speaking up. Calling me brave. I didn't feel brave. I just wanted to live. They're all awaiting trial now. Emma's facing 25 years. Jake and Lily took plea deals. 10 years each. I got my house back. My health back. My life back. But I didn't get my family back. And I never will. People ask me if I miss them. I tell them the truth. I miss who I thought they were. I don't miss who they really are. Last week, I got a letter from Emma. She wanted me to visit her. She said she was sorry. She said she loved me. I burned it. Because love doesn't poison your mother's tea and wait for her to die. I'm 62 years old. I survived my own children. And every morning I wake up, I'm grateful I trusted my gut. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Even if it's the people you raised.